Hello, everybody. Today we're going to do an experiment. We're going to try and find out the predictable way in which heat can travel. Heat travels in a very predictable way, through solids, that is. In fluids, hot goes up, cold goes down, but what about in solids? I don't know. Today's experiment is about fire. Oh yeah, fire. Okay, open up your lab page. Here we go. Okay, so this is a selfie on my iPhone, by the way, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here's your lab paper. Let's see. So whenever we do a lab, we have to have a purpose. I mean, why are we doing it, right? Okay, the purpose of this experiment is to learn the predictable way in which heat travels through solids. Okay. The hypothesis, that's an educated guess on what you think is going to happen. And we usually do it with an if I do this, then this is going to happen. Okay, so since this is our first one, if I line up 6 chocolate chips and put a candle under one end, that's what we're going to do, then the chocolate chips will melt in order from the source of the heat. That's my hypothesis. I hope I'm right. It's okay to make hypotheses wrong. That's the purpose of a hypothesis, is every time you do something, you make a guess, and then you experiment and see if you're right or not. Okay, so hopefully I won't be videoing the wall, but here's our experiment. Okay, so I've taken some chocolate chips, and I put a candle under one end, right? So I put 6 chocolate chips, and I have a little timer here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And we're gonna try and see which direction or what order these chocolate chips will melt. Okay, so this might be a little challenging, but I think with some patience, we can do it. Okay, so I'm gonna determine if a chocolate chip is melted by poking it. You know, if I push it, then that is not a melted chip, if I can push it. But pretty soon, it should get hot enough to where it kind of, my pencil pokes into the chocolate chip, and we're gonna call it melted. Okay, so let me get my experiment rolling here. Okay, let me get my fire on. Oh, get that in the video, that's really hard. Ooh. Fire. Okay, so I'm gonna put this under here without burning myself. Okay, I did it. I'm gonna start my timer. Start. Now my timer has started. So, now I'm going to watch this thing. Here we go. Trying to find a good angle here. And as soon as my pencil pokes into this guy, we're gonna call it melted. And we're gonna take down the time. Ooh, it's about ready to melt. Why am I not poking that chocolate chip? I am predicting this one's going to melt first. Not yet. I'm a very good cook, by the way. I make the best macaroni and cheese. Okay. This is a stubborn chocolate chip. Maybe I'm not so good of a cook. Ooh, there it is. You see it? Definitely melted. Okay. Write down your time. Okay, let's look at that second chocolate chip. Should I poke this one? I think I should poke that one. Wait. Oh dear, I'm gonna cause us smoke alarms to go off. See if that's melted. Yeah, that's definitely melted. Nice and chewy. There's a second chocolate chip. Mark your time. What about the third? It's kind of hard. Selfie labs. Let me get this chocolate stuff off. It's starting to make it stick. Okay. Gotta have the right tools for the job. What was the third one? Oh yeah, man, that third one's totally digging in there. Write your time. On to the fourth. On to the fourth. Already melted, man. Cool. Fourth is already melted. Write your time. What about that fifth one? Oh. It's melted. I see it gooey on the bottom. Mark your time. And that last one. My flame is barely moving. Let me make sure that flame comes back. Come on. This might be messing with my experiment. It's still going. Not very much though. I think we have, even if it doesn't melt, we've learned enough with this experiment. I think we can find a pattern here, don't you think? We're at 3:37. I'm gonna give it till 4:30. Wonder why it melted in this order, from this side to this side. Nothing yet. Poke, poke. All right, I think I've smothered my fire enough, but we get the idea. So we're gonna call this one good. Okay, blow out your fire. Okay, so hopefully with that experiment, we can kind of get an idea in which way heat will travel. Any ideas? Okay, so what you need to do now is you need to go to your paper, fill out the times that they melted. We can cross off number 6. Then you need to do the back. Kind of looks like that. And now let's look at a couple other experiments and see if using the knowledge of what we learned on that for these. So if I show you this experiment, I have 3 chocolate chips on the right, 3 chocolate chips on the left with a heat source in the middle. What is the predictable way heat will travel in that? Did you get it? Okay, here's another experiment. Here I put the heat source in the middle. So there's a candle, like if I put the candle in the middle here. So you look at it like this, and the candle's right underneath that, right there. Which chocolate chip is going to melt first? A, B, C, D? I don't know. And that is Chocolate Chip Melt Friday.